Yep, back here in the back part of the woods, behind where we were shooting at last night. There's some blackberries still left on the vines. Not a whole bunch, still a bunch of red ones, which is kind of odd for this time of year. Usually back here's trimmed up pretty nice and cleaned up pretty nice, but I've been lacking with help. I used to have all kinds of help back here clean all this stuff up through here. But of course as kids get older they get lazier. And watch this spider web. Here's a big old patch right here, cluster. I trimmed some of it out. Still needs to be trimmed out a lot better. There used to be a path, and you could actually walk through all that right there. You can't do it no more. It used to be like this right here, big old wide open space. But these here, these are a wild one. But as you can see, it's not too bad sized. It's not completely ripe and black yet, but it's close enough. I like a little tartness in my cobblers. There's a smaller one with a big fat cluster on it. These are almost like a tame blackberry, except for the only difference is I got some horrendous thorns on them. And once you get stuck by a couple of these, you'll definitely know these are not tame ones. But the berries, as big as they are and fat as they are, they're just like a tame blackberry. Except the only difference is, like I said, is the thorns on it. Here, let me show you some of the thorns. That's what the thorns look like on them. These are kind of spaced apart. But, and there's a green one. Yeah. And when they get a little dryness on them, boy, they tear you up like a sawbriar. But, there's a nice one down there. It's back to get too badly poked. Oh, man, come on. Now, walking through a bunch of briars, I see something. Oh no, I thought I did. What the hell? The ones I see that are nice and good, I can't get to because there's a wall of briars in my path. There's a couple of fat ones down here, little small ones. And as you see where Booger's at, there's a big old cluster wall of vines and everything else. And a long time ago you could walk right through here freely. You can't do it now. But this year I'm gonna cut all this. I'm gonna cut out this path through here to where you can get around. There's a couple more little black ones. But I gotta trim out this tree a little bit. And this is, I call my backfield, which technically it's not my property, but the person that owns the property told me as long as I keep picking blackberries and, you know, don't trash the area, that they'd give me access to it anytime I wanted it. And but there's, as you can, let me focus in a little bit with the camera. As you can see, there's a lot of undergrowth and brush. I thought about bringing the goats back here and let them go hog wild, but without a good lead line, I don't want to just turn them loose. But as you can see, there's still a bunch of red ones there. All the cluster across there, they pretty much dried up and shriveled up. there was some right here. There's a few still pickable.
You walked past them.
Well, I picked what I saw. That's why I was wanting to get you back here earlier in the month, because you can see what I can't see. But you were too busy on your telephone playing. There's a couple up here up high. And a lot of times I pick as much as I can. Like,
that's the reason why you get more, because there's some stuff that I can't reach.
that's like a briar. Well, it's not a briar, it's a blackberry bush coming out, and I got to trim that back. I want to trim up a lot of this in here, these weeds.
What was that?
Somebody back on the side of the field talking.
Oh.
And others, I was going to tell you too, the leaf right here, I'm holding this new leaf. In the early spring, when these things flower or leaf out, before they start producing blackberries, if you pick the leaves like this right here, and you dry them just a little bit, not until they're brown, but if they're dried a little bit, you can boil them. It'll make a blackberry tea.
There's also wild grapes above you.
I know. There's all kinds of black ones right here I can pick.
What grapes?
When am I picking grapes?
Whatever.
Okay.
I can't reach up there.
I know. That's why I said there's all kinds right here I can pick. To give you an idea, they're some of them are dried up, but some of them are still pickable. And that's what I've been picking. I don't pick everything I can as fast as I can, because some of this stuff will basically fall off and grow new plants next year. And the birds eat them, and other animals eat it too, so I try not to be a glutton. I save stuff for other things to eat on, and I pick what I need, and if I don't pick it quick enough, then it goes back to nature, goes in the ground, and replenishes everything that I want it to do. So pick a couple more and walk around.
I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes.
Well, I know. If you see I've trimmed out some of the brush, the brown stuff on the ground.
I cut out some of this.
There's a bunch of stuff there, got to trim out. Now, back here, on the tall grass, I've come through with the lawnmower in the few months past. I used to mow all this grass down, but I've been slacking because as soon as I get the mower running, either I tear up a blade or I broke a belt or something took place to where it was causing me not to be able to mow. But here's more of them other pieces I was telling you about. Look like chain ones, but they're not. This whole bush line here, I'm gonna pan around. There's berries back there I can't get to, but it goes all the way up to here. Around this big old thing of that's sumac, but it's all around the sumac tree, and it's all bushed up, branched up, all through there, even back that way. You can get in there, trust me, I've already tried. Them briars will tear you up. And you come back here again with the mower, do another mow run, so that we'll come back here trimming up around.
I ain't able to get these weeds or something.
Let's see if there's a few black ones back here still. There's one there. One there, one there.
Wait, I got a little bit in my bag.
Well, this is good. I didn't expect you to get a whole bunch because I told you most of this is dried up. Now,
Yeah, back here. This is where I was, and this is how I got this.
this is a path. I brought the mower through here.
Back here. I never knew this was here.
That's a deer path.
I know.
And that goes back that way.
I remember me and Noah always used to walk around this deer path. We used to go like on the edge of the creek. Like,
Briars and vines all across the place. This is growing up some more.
I almost tripped on the vine. Ow, that hurt.
So I gotta bring the loppers back here and we gotta trim a lot of this stuff up. There's a few black ones down here, not very many. Most of these are small, dried up, and red. And you can see there's still a bunch of red ones hanging. Not a whole bunch, but there's still some. And the mosquitoes are back here chewing me alive because I didn't put no DEET on them. So, plus I got out of the pool not too long ago. And I probably still smell like chlorine dragging them in. That, and of course, there's honeysuckle back here. Small ones, nothing major. I picked even the itty bitty ones. If it's able to be picked, I'll pick it. I have in the past couple of years, I've had a lot of friends that want blackberries, but they're too lazy to come out here and pick it. And I used to pick it for them, and they get mad when I charge it. So here's a path right here I brought in with the mower about a month ago. I mowed all this out. Of course, I didn't get too much because most of this is grown over and there's a lot of tree growth on top that covers through here, so grass doesn't grow much. Or, yeah, I guess you call it grass. Plants and weeds don't grow much. I've trimmed out through here, and it goes all the way down that path line down through there. And like I said, I need to get the mower back up here, but I'll get gas in the thing first, and I gotta get a jug. Occasionally back here, we'll run across some deer, and we see them out here every so often. There's been a little fawn out here that's been with its mama. Now, that's a crabapple tree, and the crab apples, there's some of them on here sometimes, and sometimes there's not. I've seen a couple off camera that they've been shriveled up, so it might not produce this year. But there's about the area we came in from that side. There's a path that goes that way. There's a path that goes this way. And there's a path that goes that way. I smell something dead back here. Now, this is sumac.
There's a bee.
Yeah, eating the pollen off of it. Well, I should say eating the pollen, is getting the pollen off of it. Now, there's two types of sumac. There's a white sumac and there's a red sumac. White sumac is poisonous.
That's what's poisonous?
I don't know yet. It hasn't churned. Red sumac you make tea with, and white sumac will kill you. So, but I'm not for sure if this is red or white. I'm not for sure. But as of right now, it's a green and white. But if it does turn red, you can make tea with it. And if it stays white, it'll just flat kill you. And right here's a bush. It's all dried up and dead now. I picked a lot of good stuff off this one. It's a runner line. It goes back in those weeds back that way. And what is it?
Clover.
Yeah. That little ball of flower on top?
Yeah.
That's a clover. But I mowed all back in there, and here's path goes that way.
I've got a couple of blackberries right here.
Well, then pick them. I'm not walking through theirs, but it's too thorny for me. But yeah, I mowed all down through here and across. I'm walking the paths I've mowed. Some of them I haven't mowed. But I cleared out all around the tree, this big open space. Now, that right there, I was told it was, well, I was somewhat told what it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. So I'm not going to say it because I don't want to give the wrong information. But, well, I'll go ahead and say it. I was told that is wild grapes. Now, I'm not 100% for sure because there's other plants around it. So I don't want to give false information. But I'm pretty sure that is wild grapes. But I'll have to do some more pruning out and looking around because it doesn't seem right, but that's what I was told. So whatever I say, don't hold 100% truth on that one because I don't want to give false information. But yeah, there's new little plants of blackberries growing up there and there. I got a path that goes to that way. I got a path that goes this way. I got a path that goes that way. And there's another path that comes around through the, you see the wall of the thicket, but it goes on the back side of that and goes around about that one spot where I was walking at where I didn't go down. And there's the path that goes through that way, the path that comes up this way, that goes around it, around that way. This is like a giant maze back here where I come back here and pick during the summer, and the kids come back here and play in the fall and the winter. It gives them something to jump around through and everything. So, but the person owns the property. They used to cut hay back here. Of course, everything, they quit doing it, and everything grew up, and all kinds of trees and everything grew up. So they just kind of let it sit and don't do nothing with it. But there's a path right there. It goes back in the one of the cluster areas I mow through. I'm gonna trim up all this stuff. I trimmed up some of this last year. It wasn't very good, but I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna shave out a lot of this tree growth on top and cut out a lot of these briars. What I call briars is actually blackberry plants, and I'm going to trim them out and trim all this through here back so that way they'll bush up more. Now, this is what I was told growing up is called milkweed, because whenever, here, I'll do it this one, I want it that way. Here's one right here. Whenever you break the stem on these, I'll do this one, there you go, it's starting to show, there you go. Now, hold on, that right there, that white milky substance, that's why they call it milkweed. Now, what they used to use this for, as my grandmother told me a long time ago in the 1800s, they get a good clump of this, break it up like you would sorghum, and they'd use it for glue because it's real sticky. So that right there is what it looks like. We've always called it milkweed. That's the only thing I've ever known about is milkweed. But that right there, if I get some of this, that right there, it's kind of wet at first, but then the more you kind of do this number, it gets really sticky. What?
Look at my face and look at the amount of spider webs that got on me that I didn't see.
There is no spider webs on you. Now, this right here, I've always heard this called gooseberry.
Gooseberry?
Gooseberries is what I've been told this is. Now, whether it is or not, I don't know, but that's always been called gooseberries to me. And whatever gooseberry is, I couldn't tell you. I just know that's what they called them when I was a kid on the farm. Now my fingers, look at that. See that? How that's real sticky? That's from that milkweed plant. And that's why they use it as glue. So if you ever get hard in your luck and need some glue, you can always get you some milkweed plants and crush them down real good, extract the stuff out of it, and you can make your own glue.
See, whenever I was back there picking, I didn't get that many. Still got a decent amount.
But as you see,
whenever I open my bag, it looks like I got like,
and of course the more you do it, the less it gets on it. So, but the good thing about it is, when your fingers are sticky like that and you're back here picking berries, at least you won't drop none. Now, there's a couple right in here. I gotta be careful because these are those. Ow! Yeah, I got pricked. These are the monster thorns.
oh,
See them thorns right there?
yeah.
I stuck my hands inside that thing there trying to get a berry and it acted like a pincushion to me.
That right there is where I got stabbed back there.
Yeah.
Started to dry up, turned to a scab.
But this is another area that I'm gonna clear out. Like I've said before,
I can easily get
this right here was a path wide enough a fat man could walk through. Now my son's squeezing through because it's all grown up and full of briars and thorns.
Oh, yeah, right there, I can easily.
But yeah, that's
I saw a couple of blackberries.
a little spot that we used to come through. And then right through here, it's a path that I mowed through. Cut a path through there and everything else. So, but yeah, this is the area I pick in. Most of it's done. There's still a teeny bit to be picked. I mean, I was back here maybe.
What kind of leaf does this go to? It's full of thorns on it.
I don't know. What's a leaf?
The sides are just full of thorns.
There's a small handful. I can't really say. But there's a sumac tree there full of sumac. There's
just a plant growing.
okay, we get your point. But this is my area that I pick, and inside that cluster, I'm going to zoom in right back in there, which you can't see, it's all dark. But there's all kinds of good berries in there I can't get to because, well, I had to go through a wall of crap to get to it.
I can go back in there.
And I'm going to clear out a lot of this brush growth.
I'm back in the back field a lot, so I know a lot of places where.
And then all this through here I'm going to clear out and trim up. And now, this here, this is goldenrod. It hasn't bloomed yet.
That's goldenrod?
That's goldenrod. That's Kentucky State Flower. It hasn't bloomed yet, but it will here probably about 2 or 3 weeks it'll bloom. And when it does, I'll get some pictures for y'all. It's a real pretty flower. If you got allergies, it's bad. If it's just like ragweed, it'll kill you, allergy-wise.
I found more clover.
But
This is kind of cool.
I'm gonna trim out all these branches through here. And
Yeah, how does this happen? Where the bottom is green and the top's red.
but I gotta trim out all this through here, clear it up real good, mow this grass down here It'll take me about a good week to trim out all that for next year. Mow the grass. Down here started to do something with it, but I got interrupted twice. That right there is wild honeysuckle. When we were kids, I'll pick this one if I can do it one-handed. Grab this piece right here. Yep, there it is right there. Come here. Hold that. Hold the flower. Don't squeeze it. Just hold it. No, hold the flower. Pull it. Now, on the tip of that, there's a little bitty ball of juice on it. Of course, you got to put it in your mouth and suck it off, and it tastes just like honey.
That's what you call it, honeysuckles?
Yeah, but you got to pull the flower, pull the little pistil piece out, suck the tip of the pistil out of the flower.
I think I've already pulled it. Yep.
And pull that out. There should be a little ball of juice on it. Put it in your mouth.
Yep.
You broke it. Pull that piece out.
It's hard to get this one.
Well, just stick it in your mouth, suck it like a horn. There you go.
Didn't come out.
That's called honeysuckle. That's one of the treats we had as a kid because we were poor, and I was dirt poor growing up. So you had to entertain yourself. But yeah, this is my picking area. You can hear all the crickets and bugs. I saw some blackberries in here, but they're not black yet. They're still red, which is really odd because this is July 24th, and there should not be any blackberries whatsoever, but there is. Every year it keeps my weather patterns get screwed up. So, but back in there, more of them monstrous blackberry bushes and thorns. Now, I wish that I got the seeds for it, but that seed pod right there, I just lost track of mine now. That's what you use. You take the leaves and you dry them, or you boil them, and you use it for allergy relief. I can't think the name of it right now. I'll think about it when I least expect it.
I see a seed.
And then there's that tall grass.
There's still a seed in this one.
Well, it's probably not a seed. This has been sitting like that for about a year or two. Well, I got one battery. I'm going to call it quits. But you see what I do daily. See you later.